All right. Alrighty, here we go. I totally forgot that this came in the mail the other day, and I'm super excited. So we got Happy Mail yesterday. These are always literally one of my favorite days when I get my mail. So I figured, why not? This came like 2 days ago, and like the first day I meant to actually go live like I did last time to show you all the special stuff that came. And then I didn't get a chance to do that because it got too late. And then yesterday, it's the same thing. And today I'm sitting here at my little shop studio and have a chance to finally go ahead and get the unboxing for you. So let's see what we got in here today. So I always love these so much. They just make my day. And I totally knew that I was actually going to be getting this. So I knew this one was coming. It keeps popping up for me. So I'll show you which one that is in a minute. So it looks like we've got awesome. So we got 3 new decks today. And I already liking some of these. So we've got actually all 3 of these decks are brand new releases. Releasing in March. They're all early release. That is awesome. So these ones, you actually, I don't know the exact date for them, but you should be able to you may not actually be able to purchase any of these decks right now. It just depends on the exact day that they get released in March, but all 3 of them are March 2024 releases. So you get a sneak peek at the new decks coming out. So these are decks that you can actually get these from Hay House. The first one we have is the Golden Future Oracle by Diana Cooper. Beautiful artwork already on the cover of this one. I think I'm really going to like this deck. So we will open those and we'll kind of get a sneak peek at them. Oh, and so ancestral work has been coming up for me huge for like the last year. I've really been kind of digging in deep with that. And I think that I just got another sign that is definitely an area for me to practice in it and experience a little bit deeper, because this deck here by, not sure, I'm probably going to murder this first name, but Abiola Abrams, it looks like. And this is a Secrets of the Ancestors Oracle deck. So cool. Yep. I seriously already feel like I am in love with this deck right now. And then lastly, so usually this is a great box. So this was a good one this month. Usually I get like I'll get 2 card decks and like a pocket deck, or card decks and a journal or something, which is also awesome. And I love those too. But these are like 3 full-size, brand new, early release decks. You can't even buy these yet. So this is awesome. So this is another one by Radley Valentine. So these are, I've got a couple of decks by him. This is Animal Guides Tarot. So very cool, interesting deck here. So I'm going to go ahead and like open these up here, and we will maybe do a couple cards, pull a couple cards from each of these decks and just check them out. I'm going to actually be right back and grab my sage here. So I'm huge on cleansing stuff before I actually go ahead and use it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. We're just going to kind of Oh, yeah. And my little smudging station here has holy wood in it. I've got pine cone in here, bones in here, dragon sage, white sage, lots of various stuff. There's some lavender bits in here. All right. Smells so good. All right. So now that we've got the plastic off there, go ahead and just run my cards through that. So let's see, this is the Animal Guides. It says, early release, March 2024. Discover the boundless love and wisdom of the universe through the enchanting world of animals. These angelic beings guide us to embrace love, stay present, and heighten our awareness. Let the animal kingdom's wisdom fill your heart and soul. Awesome. So, as you know, if you've ever had any kinds of readings with me and stuff, I am not a book reader. I love reading books, but I use cards and stuff intuitively. I think, back when I was like in middle school, high school, and stuff like that, I did not so much do it intuitively. I thought there was like one way and there's the only way. That has all changed over time. Ooh, so these are interesting. First thing that I noticed with these cards is actually the titles. So, okay, so some of them are the same. They still have the Magician and the High Priestess, the Empress, Emperor. But some of them are different. So you actually have Unity, the Dreamer is a different one than most of your standard tarot decks. So a couple of different things. So then you have one that's Awakening, you have Release, Balance, Ego, Life Experience. So that Renewal is a new one. So kind of cool. And then that's different too. So you'll notice then when you have like your other tarot cards and stuff, you'll notice like the elements of them, their suits. You have wands, swords, cups, and pentacles. So in this deck, you actually have fire, and you have water, and then you have your air, and then you have your earth. So your suits are a little bit different, but they are still like represent the same ones as the other ones. So in your modern tarot decks, like earth is pentacles and cups is water. So they're still kind of similar to the same setup. They just have the different names. So I'm going to go ahead and just throw some sage and cleanse these ones up a little bit. Okay, that was a big deck. So really cool on the back. So on the back, you have two of my favorite animals already. We have the butterfly and we have the owl. And of course, we have one of my favorite elements, the moon. It's so awesome. So let's go ahead and we will just do a little see what these cards are all about, huh? So these cards are really good. I'd say if you are more of a beginner with tarot, people struggle a lot with tarot, I think, because they feel like they have to memorize all of the cards, right? And a lot of people when they're first starting out, they just don't really trust their intuition. They don't trust looking at the images of the card and relaying a message that way. Tarot is one that typically your cards all mean the same. And I think that's why people feel like they need to memorize the meaning of each of the cards. But once you kind of figure out the basics of what each of the suits mean, and then your major arcanas of the cards, it's a lot easier to read them that way. But it can be overwhelming because there's so many and it feels like you have to this is a great deck for people just starting out, because the deck actually gives you like an idea of what the cards actually mean. So it's kind of cool how it's set up. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna read some of these for you, just to kind of give an idea of what they're like. So, and I just kind of did a quick little card pull here. So what we get first is the Four of Earth, which is the squirrel. It says, be cautious about living a life of extremes or seeing things in black and white terms. Consider, for example, whether you are spending too much versus hoarding your wealth, or giving too much emotionally versus building walls that keep people out. So like I said, these are pretty good as far as like if you're just getting started, because they do give you this whole explanation of the card on the bottom. You kind of can't go wrong with reading it. So then we have Six of Water. So these are very animal-y. This is the Goose. It says the love and care of children could become an important part of your life, or people from your childhood may return to it. Old memories can be healed, or possibly old childhood dreams are ready to be reviewed. Cool. We got another water card here. So this was Seven of Water. Maine Coon Kitten. It's time to stop procrastinating and make a decision so that you can move forward with a priority. If you need to do more research, then do so, but don't overthink the situation and listen to your heart. So yeah, so it's kind of definitely easy to read if you are just getting started. So then we have Seven of Air, the Magpie. Caution will help you avoid the loss of valuables, including non-material resources such as time or peace of mind. Be aware of the results of your actions as well as what others might be doing behind your back. Stay vigilant. And then we have the Chariot. Arabian horse. You can successfully balance various or opposing energies at once through determination and focus. You've earned the rewards and recognition you're receiving. So this is actually, this spread in itself resonates a lot with my own personal life right now. I am kind of torn right now between decisions that I'm making at the moment. I've discovered some haters out there. Some of them are actually people that I felt like were friends and stuff. So this spread is interesting to me. And what this is all telling me is, that it is time to make a decision and that I need to be confident and, stay true to myself, despite the fact that there might be people out there, who are trying to bring me down, and that I am deserving of everything that I'm receiving right now. And I can tell you that my life is changing in big, big ways at the moment. There are, and I've known it was coming for a long time. I've known that there's been some pretty big changes in my life coming, and I'm being given opportunities that, they were parts of visualization for me. And I love this too. So the inside of the box has a little butterfly on that. Butterflies and moths are very symbolic of my personal journey. They present themselves to me often, and as you can see, even in the cards. So next, let's look at this deck here. So this is the Ancestral deck. I'm actually really curious about this one, because ancestors have been coming up for me a lot. A lot lately. It's really been on my radar for a long, long time. I've been learning a lot about ancestors, about my family, my DNA and where I'm from. And it's actually helped to answer a lot of questions that I've had about myself and, my own growth and things like that. And so ancestral work has been coming up a lot for me. I've been doing a lot of digging into my own family's roots and stuff, and also a lot of that kind of diving deep into my own journey of things, my own spiritual journey and that with that. So stuff's been coming up a lot for me. I'm just going to kind of run this deck through all of this, my sage. And so the inside of this cover, first thing I notice right away is, of course, what the deck is about. Then when you open it up, you have a little message inside. Whether or not you know your ancestors, they know you. Spirit was our first ancestor. Very true. So this one, again, this is an early release, being released sometime this month. So sometime March 2024. Connect with the spirits of your ancestors, the divine and the cosmic rhythms that shape your existence. Let their wealth or knowledge guide you on a sacred journey or spiritual connection. So I'm just going to cleanse the pages of my book here. As I said, I really don't use a lot of the book, but I still like to cleanse all the parts. So the imagery on it's got some beautiful imagery, actually. Really, I'm really like this is definitely going to be a deck that sticks with me. I can see already. I can just picking it up. It gives me a very good connected feeling. So I already right away feel very connected to the deck in itself. Not sure about the Animal Guides Tarot that we just looked at. I'm going to play around with that one a little bit, see how I connect to it, but I definitely don't feel quite as connected to that one as what I do with this one right now. This one I haven't even done any, haven't even really looked at it or anything, but already I feel very connected to it, and I felt the energy from it as soon as I picked it up out of, from the unboxing. So is definitely going to be a card that I believe I'll be working with. So let's go ahead here and let's just grab a couple of cards from this deck and see what we get. So normally if you've ever had a reading from me, I do a lot of calling in with the ancestors. It looks like we've got some choice cards here. I usually do some grounding in that when I'm doing like readings for people, and I call in the energies of the other person. So one thing that I think that I do a little bit differently than other card readers is that I do not call in my own guides and whatnot to relay a message. And the reason I do that is, for one, my guides are always with me anyway, protecting me. I don't need to call them in again additionally. And plus, if I'm calling them in when I'm doing a reading for somebody else, I'm going to get a mixed reading, and I'm actually going to be getting messages that pertain to myself rather than the person I'm doing the reading for. So in that sense, I have my guides that are here to protect me. But I call in the energies of the other person because the reading is for them, not for me. So anyway, choice cards here. I feel this one right now. I really like these. These cards are loaded with symbolism. Really cool. Really, really cool, actually. I'm liking these a lot. Ooh. So I'm getting actually a lot of like masculine cards right now. Masculine energies is all about like taking that action, right? So your feminine energy, which is your emotions and it's observations and it's nurturing, and then you have your power action, and that comes from that masculine energy. And so I'm getting some of those cards right now. And if you remember from the some of those messages before, we're all kind of about stepping into my truth and into my power and just going for it, right? Being aware that I deserve what it is that I am receiving. So really cool, actually. Wow. So I've got some cards here. So actually, all three of these cards here that I just had, these are all masculine cards. Let's grab one more, just for fun. So right now, what I have is I have Father of Earth, Father of God, and Father of Fire. So fun stuff. All right. So yeah, these are okay. So we've got cards here. So this first one that I pulled is Father of Earth, which is generosity. And this is really kind of cool. Now, if you look at the imagery that they show you on this card, if you look at that, like you almost have like this Sasquatchy kind of guy. Like he's very, very, very cool. And then of course, now I don't know, this is not necessarily a pendulum, but it's like a coin, and it does, which is symbolic and goes along with pendulums, which is an earth element. So that reminds me of that. You have a lot of the vines, the greenery. If you notice, his whole entire beard and everything it's like a vine. You've got the deer in there. Really cool. Really cool. So Father of Earth, generosity. Then we've got Father God of radical truth. I'm just loving these cards. Yeah, definitely really liking these ones a lot. And then we have Father of Fire, passion ignited. So as you can see, I have a whole reading here again that, it's just funny. In the Goddess Circle, Wheel of Change. This is the only like feminine card I have here. Very cool. So again, like this reading is again just really kind of goes along with that other reading that we had. This one here, I mean, I know for me, my passion has been ignited in things. There are things that are coming up to me that I have thought about and thought about and thought about and thought about, and I haven't taken action for them, and I finally am right now. So that's cool. And then we've got, all of these about the wheel of change. Absolutely, there's changes going on right now. Radical truth. As I've been stepping into my power and speaking my truth, I've been doing that. I've been setting boundaries. I've been coming up straightforward with people, much more about things. I'm not a blunt person, so I don't come across as that way. And people sometimes think that means that because I'm not blunt, that I can't be assertive. And I absolutely can when I need to be, but I do like to try and give people that time to make their own realization and hold themselves accountable before I step in and that assertiveness comes out. And that's just part of who I am. And it's always kind of been that way. And then you have generosity. And I feel like that generosity card. So I look at the back, and the next card I have is Miracles in Motion. If you know anything about what has been taking place and what I've been planning and everything that I've been working on, you'd understand. But I feel like that generosity card is very much about sharing my gifts, being generous with my gifts, and the opportunities and things that I've been being blessed with. So, and it's all about sharing them and being generous with those things. And I've absolutely been doing that. So this is the last deck here, which is really quite beautiful, actually. I'm really liking the imagery on this. I have a couple of other decks by Diana Cooper that I do like, but I've also had a couple that I didn't really resonate from her. So kind of curious to see how this one is. So this is the Golden Future Oracle. So this one is another one that will be released sometime in March. Again, you get a little message in the box. Great beings of light, please guide my way so that my golden future starts today. Nice little message in there. So this one says, we stand on the brink of a profound shift, a fifth dimensional golden age characterized by peace, happiness, and a world transformed beyond recognition. Navigate your spiritual path and find solace in the promise of brighter days. So these, wow. So these cards are absolutely beautiful. Beautiful imagery on these. I love this. So I love unicorns. I've loved unicorns since I was a little girl. And just beautiful imagery of them. Awesome. These are just gorgeous cards. Really pretty. I really like the colors on these. They're very bright, very happy. Again, I'm really noticing the energy in these cards. I think these definitely might be some that I'm keeping too. So I'm going to be working with all of these decks a little bit. So if you'd like a reading with any of these brand new decks, comment in the post here. You can also find me on Facebook, in two different places actually. So you can find me at Soulscapes Wellness on Facebook. Look for the little butterfly and the rainbow lettering. You can also find me at Aligned Alchemy, which is my store that I'm at right now. And yeah, you can shoot a message or comment. I'll be posting this video, will be posted on both of those pages. So feel free to just make a comment if you're interested in a reading from any of these brand new decks. So let's go ahead and we will pull a couple cards from these. These are sticking a little bit. These ones are different ones that we're going to have to kind of work with a little bit here, loosen them up a little bit. Get that with those new cards sometimes. Okay. Let's see what we get, huh? Oh, these imagery. Man, look at that. These are so pretty. I'm liking these cards a lot. So we just got, okay. What do we got? Ooh, I'm loving these. Really loving these cards. Yeah. There are some cards you just really adore. And I am very much of a just rainbow of bright colors. I love the positive colors. I love the brightness of colors. These cards are phenomenal. Got some ideas on future workings with these. So we've got some excluded cards there that just popped out. So that's another thing that I tend to do a little bit differently than other card readers is I have noticed that there are certain cards that actually choose to be excluded from a deck when you're doing readings, which are the clump of cards that I just set aside. And then there's also cards that pop in that I call choice cards, and they are cards when you are being given multiple messages at the same time, and they're putting it in your own hands to actually select the path for the message that you are receiving. And so that's just something different, a little bit different that is, we all read cards a little bit differently, and that's just something that I do that I don't see any other card readers doing, but it's something that feels right to me. So if you ever notice that when I'm reading cards or something, whether you're getting them from me in person or we're doing them like this or whatever, we're doing these unboxings and stuff, and you ever notice that like a clump of cards falls out or whatever, and I set them to the side or I spread them out and select one, that's why, because they are the way that they've fallen determines to me whether they are cards that have excluded themselves from the deck because they're completely irrelevant, or if they are cards that are choice cards to where I need to be I myself, or if I'm doing a reading specifically for somebody else, needs to be choosing a specific path or message. So the cards we got for this one are Beautiful Planet, Restore the Natural World. It's in rough shape right now, guys. Absolutely really is, but man, we truly do have a remarkable and absolutely beautiful world. And if you just look in the imagery in here, there's so much in here that goes on that we close a blind eye to, and we just don't see. Like you've got your little fairies in the corners here. You've got your nature, you've got your birds, you've got all of the colors. If you just take a look around a little bit, our world truly is miraculous, and it's just absolutely beautiful. And there's so much more to it than what we even recognize and notice. We notice what's on the surface, and there's so much below. This is what we notice, just what's on the surface, and there's so much more going on below that. And all of that energy from below, it radiates up. And if we can just keep things pure and keep things good and full of love in the world, we really would have, this would be an incredible an incredible planet to live if we could just take care of it. So reduce, reuse, recycle, and love, right? Let's do it. Let's be mindful, a little more mindful. So restore our natural world. First card on the deck, absolutely pretty, love it. Next one we have leisure and sport. Participate and have fun. Yes, participate in life, guys. Participate in life and have fun with it. Enjoy it. Enjoy every minute. Even those crappy things when you got to wake up and you got to go to, work, and maybe it's not the place that you want to be. Love it and enjoy it anyway. It is part of your path, and it is creating magic for you, but you've got to be able to see it in that way. Okay. So then we have Crystalline Light Body. And I just, I laugh because this is the title of the Infinite Souls, A Journey into Crystalline Consciousness, is a retreat that I am starting, and it is all about tapping into that crystalline consciousness or your light body. So that's kind of cool that pulls up. Build your crystalline Merkaba. Absolutely beautiful. Then we have for this one, clothing. Let your outer express your inner. Very cool. So that is one thing, our clothes really do represent a lot about who we are. And if you know me, my clothing style completely changes day by day. And it's not a matter of trying to figure out who I am or being confused. It's a matter of actually being true to myself. I have such a broad range. There's so many parts that make up me that sometimes it's my inner child that wants to come out, and I might wear, mismatched, goofy stuff that, you might not normally see a adult woman wearing, right? And then there's other days where I'm feeling like, like today, I'm just kind of like, I'm just here. I'm just experiencing, and I'm enjoying my day, I've been totally in the mood lately to listening to a lot of like older music, so, here, I got a David Bowie shirt on today. There's other days where you might see me and I might be dressed, like all in black or something like that. Doesn't mean that I'm sad. It doesn't mean that I'm depressed, and it doesn't mean that my energy is like at a lower vibration or any of that. I'm just feeling that day. I'm feeling like more mysterious most of the time when I'm wearing that, or classy a lot of times, and then you might see me dressed like a hippie, at times I'm wearing tie-dye or, rag style clothing and stuff. And it's just because that's what I'm feeling that day. So, our clothing is a huge it represents a lot of like who we are. So wear what you want to wear for the day. You don't have to fit into any specific type of thing. This again, stepping into your truth and stepping into your power. And you can express your truth and you can express your power by showing it to the outside world. Crystalline Light Body. Again, this is just discovering your that inner truth of yours and stepping into that and becoming pure within. Leisure and sport. Enjoy the experience. Have fun with it. Have fun with life. Have fun with being who you are. And then, of course, our beautiful planet. And we are part of this planet. We make up the beauty in this planet if we are staying pure to ourselves and we're stepping into our power, we're stepping into the truth, and we're doing these. We are creating energy, and we are creating magnificent, beautiful energy within our planet, and restoring it because we are part of it and our energy is in there. So restore yourself, restore your planet. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed these new cards. And like I said, if you're interested in a reading with these brand new early release cards, have not even been released yet, let me know and we can get it done.